Max Vertelewski, who is the co-founder and CEO of Spaceti, and they're a globally recognized leader in workplace experience and analytics platforms. And we're going to hear first from Max talking about AI in the smart building, and then we're going to roll into a bigger panel. Max, let me bring you up first. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Thank you.
You don't need that because
you
got that one.
That's true. Hello, everybody. We're just going to do a quick setup for actually a live intro to AI. We've decided not to go with too many slides, but show you what AI can do in action. So hopefully that works. If we switch towards the screen. Okay, fantastic. So just for a quick, introduction, I will use only one single slide to say a couple of things about Spaceti. Spaceti AI is the holistic building management platform, and our goal is to strive to become the #1 workplace and smart building AI platform in the world. So now we're going to show you in action, and despite everybody being, against doing live demos, we are so much confident in, what our technology can do that we thought that it would be great to give you the ability to look into the actual AI interface of Spaceti and do this live demo. So please get ready, because it's going to be also interactive. And we're going to allow you to ask some questions. But let's start perhaps by doing a quick introduction. So I'm going to introduce myself to the AI. So the previous speaker was talking about space occupancy, right? So how about we start by asking a question, what was the occupancy? Let's say in January. So we have a full month's data. So what the Spaceti AI is doing right now is gathering all of the data that has been collected within that building environment, workplace environment. It's coming from different sources. It can come from existing building management systems data. It can come from IoT sensors, occupancy sensors that are retrofitted into that building. It can come from audiovisual equipment, such as cameras, or for example, the different types of AV equipment that is already available within that space. Let's give it a second, because I'm on a hotspot right now, so maybe I should pull it up a little bit. Okay. So we have that connection. Okay, we're gonna ask it again, the same question, and see what it does. So let's just give 1 second. Maybe I will ask, please, as AI, maybe one day gonna take over. Machines are gonna take over. So I'm gonna, repeat that question with a polite answer. Maybe it gives a better response. We're gonna see. Yeah. Wow. So machines, if you are polite to them, they actually give you an answer. If you are rude, apparently they will just not respond, right? So that's the first learning that we can, take from today, right? And this is live demo. I can't make it up. So as you can see here, it's given the report on how that occupancy was used, telling, in a glance on the levels of what were the peaks, which days within the week were the, highlights, which one were the least occupied. But maybe let's compare it to some of the booking data that could be coming from likes of Microsoft, Google, other systems. So can you compare with booking data? Yeah, thank you. I need to make sure that I'm doing it. Maybe it's enough to ask it once on the please side, and it's good. We'll find it out. Wow, fantastic. So now what it has done, it has compared the aggregated data from two different systems, right? So now it's showing you the information that is comparing the booking and utilization of space, right? So this is very interesting because it's for a pretty interesting period of time, right? It would take some weeks or days to perform an analysis like this by a workplace consultant or analyst, right? Corporate real estate manager, right now, this is available, it takes a few seconds on a hotspot in a conference like this, but it produces you a great level of insight on what is happening in the space. So now I'd like to open it up for anybody in the audience. Would you like to ask, some question? Maybe I've heard something about the energy, right, levels. Should we ask about energy? Maybe with, compare energy with CO2, okay?
So recent failures.
That's a very broad question, so I'm not sure if that's, what do you mean by that?
Narrow it down to the BMS system.
Okay, so let's take what type of data from BMS system? CO2 levels and energy, right? So let's compare that.
Component status.
We don't do that. We don't track the component status as a system. Let's say last week. I need to keep on asking the police, but let's see what it does. So what it's doing is now, getting the data comparison, and now it's generating a totally different, insight within the live actually system. So it's always unique to the building that you have and types of data that you have. So if you are connected to the building management system, if you have all of this data, but as said, the vision of Spaceti is to be able to aggregate as much as possible all the existing data, retrofitted data, AV data, to make it actually an actionable and insightful AI platform for any building manager, any workplace manager in the building. So perhaps last question that anybody would like to ask before we go into our amazing panel.
Improvement suggestions.
Okay. What can you suggest to improve? It's a broad one, but let's see what it does. Maybe you should ask, please, or maybe let's ask, so can you suggest how to improve the level of CO2? Let's be a little bit more specific. What it says. I have never asked that question, so we'll find out. So you can see that now it gives us the level of CO2 that is currently there. And it gives us, actually, the improvement recommendation. So what it says? So it says that we can increase the ventilation to ensure that HVAC system is functioning properly, right? That's one of the things that can help to improve that. It's old school method of opening windows regularly if your building supports that. even adding indoor plants, right? So maybe can we ask just last question? So can you what is the air quality? Let's say what is the air quality? Let's see what it does. So the AI, it does adapt depending on the type of the questions that you ask it, right? So it's picking up the CO2. It also keeps the context of what of what you're doing, but now it's also adding you the additional information, for example, on temperature, humidity, and other parameters that are being tracked within the environment. So with this in mind, I just wanted to finish and showcase that AI is not just something that is on the slide. There is an actual it's live at hundreds of Spaceti clients across the world, in Europe, in North America, in APAC, and other places. And it's coming to every building, and it's gonna humanize the way how we as building managers interact with the data, and it's gonna help to actually our partner ecosystem to make sure that we as an industry, both from smart building perspective, audiovisual perspective, we actually are the ones who are managing or controlling those machines before it's the other way around. Thank you so much for seeing this live demo, and now I'm really happy to continue with the panel. Thank you.